I'm 38 and everything is awful. Dear Polly, I think I'm going down a dark hole and I could use your help. A few months ago, I realized I'm 38 and I started to feel very sad and very afraid. That was on top of already feeling very alone. Some of this started a long time ago. I lost a parent when I was 13, and to this day, I am a yawning maw of need. But I learned to hide it well. I overachieved myself to the point of being beyond reproach. How anyone could have believed I was actually okay, let alone ready to make big life decisions about college and the like, is beyond me. But they did. I wasn't. I've been kind of adrift ever since then. Lonely, and with only superficial direction to my life that has consisted of always making careful conservative choices in lieu of having goals or a passion. I always thought I would somehow, someday, magically break out of that, but I never did. 25 years later, I feel I've missed out on a lot. I'm perpetually single, not by choice, but I'm working on learning to love the process. I've made many career-based choices that were bad for my personal life, all of which I regret. It's getting harder to relate to my old friends because their lives have changed and mine hasn't. And yes, it's also getting harder to make new friends as I get older. I've been to therapy and have learned to recognize some unproductive habits/patterns, but I can't make up for lost time. I've also found out I have a health condition that exacerbates my natural tendency toward anxiety/depression, and I'm treating it. Speaking of time, boy, would I love to finally find a partner and have a baby. I don't want to adopt. I want to have a biological baby because it would be related to the parent I lost. I don't want to do it alone. I also don't believe it's going to happen for me, and I'm starting to grieve. Speaking of grief, I have a small extended family and they are getting older. None of them live nearby, and the two halves are not in contact with each other. I visit as much as I can, but my job requires a schedule that makes travel difficult, and the nature of the work makes telecommuting impossible on an extended basis. Every time I see them, I feel like it could be the last time. I'm terribly afraid that I'll be completely alone in the world someday, with no partner, no baby, and no extended family. I'm also terribly afraid that I will never live. Most days, I just want to sell all of my things and go live in another country for a while so I can, for the first time ever, do something that has an uncertain outcome. I'm ashamed of the reason why I haven't done it. I'm afraid I won't be able to keep saving for retirement, and then what would I do? More importantly, I'm also afraid I won't be able to visit my family. I'm totally paralyzed by all of this fear. How can I use these feelings to do myself some real good for once? Fear and self-loathing in the Midwest. Dear FASLITM, reading your letter feels like playing a board game that you can only lose. Every roll of the dice leads to another terrible outcome. Move ahead 2 spaces and grieve for the baby you never had. Move ahead 4 spaces and realize you're too old to meet the man of your dreams. Draw an unfortunate twist of fate card. Aging relative enters hospice. Lose your next 2 turns and pay $30,000. Draw a not a chance in hell card. Advance to lonely life abroad. Do not pass retirement savings bonus. Do not collect $100,000. You're projecting your depressed, anxious, scared past onto your bright and limitless future. I get it, and I've been there, but you have got to grab the yoke and pull this plane out of a nosedive. 38 years old and already grieving for the child you'll never have? 38 years old and giving up on love, resigning yourself to watch your family fracture and decay without you there, writing off ever living abroad, drawing yourself into a narrower circle each and every day? No. Just no. You're too young to live this way. Now, I understand, oh yes I do, how life can get really dark around your age. At 40 years old, a close friend of mine died of cancer out of the blue. Another almost died. My husband had a scary health problem, and I had to accept that I might not live near my mother before she dies, something I've been trying and failing to remedy for almost 2 decades. Suddenly, the rest of my life looked like a slow tumble downward into darkness, punctuated by the deaths of everyone I knew.